Derby County have sent a bid to Blackburn Rovers in the hope of signing Callum Brittain. Now, this is a player who I spoke about a few weeks ago and one which I think Derby County are certainly focusing on. Now, obviously, if you go back to earlier on the channel, we know that Kane Wilson is playing a little bit of hardball in regards to that of a brand new contract. But does that mean that we're going after Callum Brittain as a replacement? I'm not entirely sure. Now, there is reports suggesting that Derby County are not the only one who have submitted a bid, with Middlesbrough also being another club credited with interest and making a bid for the Blackburn Rovers fullback. But where will he end up? At the moment, he has just 1 year left on his contract at Blackburn, and that obviously ends next summer, and there hasn't been any further discussions in regards to that of a contract, despite Blackburn Rovers wanting to extend. Now, will he join Derby County or will he go to Middlesbrough? You can let me know your thoughts down in the comments if you have not done so already. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. But should we get into it? Do you want to win yourself the brand new Derby County 2025-26 home shirt? Well, I'm here to give you an opportunity to do that. There will be a link down in the description where you can head on over to raffle.com to join a raffle where you can win the Derby County home shirt. Ticket prices start at just £1 with a range of different discounts available. You can buy 2 tickets, get 2 free, 5 tickets, get 5 free, 10 tickets, get 10 free, and 15 tickets to get 15 free. The intention with this is to give you guys the opportunity to win a Derby County shirt for less than the valued cost in the shop. So if you haven't done so already, head on down to the description, click on the link in the description, which will take you over to raffle.com, create yourself an account, answer the question, and join this raffle. The winner will be announced on August 1st at 6 p.m. as the transfer window begins to draw to a close. So if you haven't done so already, head on over there and get your tickets. Now, Callum Brittain is 27 years old. He's obviously a right back by trade, can also play in that right wing back position, and has been a big player for Blackburn Rovers, a player who joined, I think it was back in 2022 and last season under John Eustace, and then later down the line was a very, very important player for Blackburn. And I think the most important thing about this deal is that it looks as if a fee of around £2.5 million probably isn't going to be enough. Now, the big question for that, for me, sort of goes, well, where did Derby County value this? Now, is he Derby County's #1 target this summer? Is he sort of, whereabouts is he on the list? I think that's the important thing. And what is obviously very, very interesting about this is that we know that Blackburn Rovers are losing players left, right and centre. And in regards to players they've brought in as well, it looks as if they're replacing. I believe they've brought in a right back over the course of the last 24 to 48 hours, which is obviously very interesting in regards to this of Callum Brittain. Does that mean that the door is open for him to obviously move on, which is obviously something which can be discussed? Because I spoke about it a few weeks ago in regards of Derby County, and you look at the right back position, Kane Wilson, Ryan Niambi, Joe Ward. Now, I don't think Joe Ward will be a Derby County player come the end of September. Ryan Niambi is obviously missing the start of the season. Kane Wilson is into the final year of his contract. I believe Niambi is as well, if I'm completely honest. I could be wrong on that. Niambi could have a year above. But in that right back position, yes, we've got quantity, but is the quality there? We know Niambi is very good in one-on-one situations, in defensive situations. Wilson's really good in the attacking end. But we've got to sort of prepare just in case Kane Wilson goes, you know what, I don't want to renew this contract. We also need to prepare in case John Eustace might be looking at Kane Wilson as a right winger this season. We don't really know how it's going to shake up. And obviously, that's a very, very interesting thing to sort of discuss and to look at. And I certainly believe that a move for Callum Brittain is a smart one by Derby County. Now, obviously, mainly at Blackburn Rovers, but in the Championship, 180 appearances, 3 goals, 19 assists, 21 yellows and 1 red in 14,327 minutes. Now, versatility-wise, he can play on the right, he can play on the left, and he can play through the middle. Now, obviously, when it comes to senior football, he's played the best part of his football at right back and right wing back, and he's a very, very good player for me. Now, in regards to him coming into Derby County, would he come in as a starter? In my opinion, probably, because I think it may mean sort of a change of position for that of Kane Wilson. I think it would see Kane Wilson move into a right wing position, or it would see Derby County, I don't know, maybe even play with a back three. who realistically we don't know at this point. Now, he spent time at Barnsley, spent time at MK Dons, and obviously at Blackburn Rovers. 122 appearances for MK, 113 for Blackburn, and 82 for that of Barnsley. And he was part of that Barnsley team which went all the way to the playoffs when, I think the season before, they'd escaped relegation, or they got promoted the season before, which was obviously very, very interesting to watch. Now, when it comes to this deal, the bid that has been potentially... I'm pretty sure Middlesbrough's bid has been rejected, and that was a bid of around £2.5 million, I believe. Now, one would imagine that Derby County's bid is within a similar region. One would imagine that Derby County have sort of have contact with Blackburn Rovers and sort of gone, well, what are you looking for? Let's see what deal we can get sorted. And that obviously then opens the door for a potential deal to be done. Now, obviously, Derby County, or in my opinion, there's a couple of players Derby County may have to move on. Now, will we move them on? I don't know. Will it be young players stepping up to the plate to sort of fill squad options later down the line? I'm also not entirely sure. But for this one, I do think I think it's a smart move. And I think if we look at his numbers under John Eustace, obviously John Eustace was a great manager for him, and obviously it's one of those 43 games, 1 goal, 6 assists, 4 yellows under that of John Eustace. 18 last season, 25 this season, obviously up until he came to Derby County. Now, he has played for England's under-20s, made 5 caps. Back around 2017 was his debut. He spent a lot of his time under John Eustace in that right wing back slot, and did suffer a bit of an injury in the 24-25 season. But it's one of those for me. I think this is actually a really smart move by Derby. I think it's a good signing. I think it's a player who could definitely add to what Derby County currently have in the building, and one which certainly adds to those defensive options. But obviously, it's one which is going to cost a pretty penny. And with us already stumping up money for Carlton Morris and looking like we're going to be paying around £6 million for that of Patrick Agyemang, is a deal which I'm not entirely sure how likely it is to happen based on the reported rejected fee that has come from Middlesbrough. Now, obviously, you can let me know your thoughts down in the comments if you have not done so already. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and I'll catch you tomorrow after the game versus Matlock Town. Do you want to win yourself the brand new Derby County 2025-26 home shirt? Well, I'm here to give you an opportunity to do that. There will be a link down in the description where you can head on over to raffle.com to join a raffle where you can win the Derby County home shirt. Ticket prices start at just £1 with a range of different discounts available. You can buy 2 tickets, get 2 free, 5 tickets, get 5 free, 10 tickets, get 10 free, and 15 tickets to get 15 free. The intention with this is to give you guys the opportunity to win a Derby County shirt for less than the valued cost in the shop. So if you haven't done so already, head on down to the description, click on the link in the description which will take you over to raffle.com, create yourself an account, answer the question and join this raffle. The winner will be announced on August 1st at 6 p.m. as the transfer window begins to draw to a close. So if you haven't done so already, head on over there and get your tickets.